ice cube relay in the back. Okay, it's stuck. Okay. If the dryer runs out of time, it doesn't stop. That's it. But if you open the door and your dryer just don't stop, it's in the door switch. Okay. If you open your door, it's out of time and all, and the dryer still won't stop turning, it's in the ice cube relay in the back.
That's what started my problem, Mickey.
Yeah, but I don't know. He just tore everything. Now he's burning up ice cube relays. So that's something we can check on with him because he's changed the motor and everything. He's still burning up ice cube relays. So. I think it's the mechanic, really.
Ice cube relay is pretty simple.
Okay, any other questions on the dryer?
Just can't get it. Close containers in the door as they go around, you know.
Well, you've got very little space out here. You've got too much space. He can change the bed on the dryer and the basket's sitting down. Or it's already happened and it's going to cut a groove where it's sit here and pour or rub against it and cut a wider groove up here. And then they put these rollers on it and raise it up and you've got too big of a space then. And the only way to solve that is replace the cover or see if the basket's cut out. But you shouldn't get nothing caught. No bigger than that opening is, shouldn't be nothing caught up there or down here.
I've got one kid in the bottom of her place rollers. I've done everything.
How big's the gap? That's a wide gap.
Now you adjust it.
Well, you can't adjust it unless it's done more this front.
Well, it had more. It just, that driver always has problems.
We should have seen we're getting some time down before we. You should have seen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Catch your stuff at the front. There's got to be a...
I've replaced the rollers. I've done everything with that stuff.
Just, if that's the one
Just can't get it out.
just put what you want to it to work and
No, unless it's, like I said, unless it's eat this front cover
No,
down,
it's
or the
not.
basket. Everything's good.
Everything's good. But I just
Well,
can't.
it's not set right in there or something. The basket's not set right or something. But you shouldn't have a gap that wide. Because everything can get off in there. This has got a seal here. It's got a felt seal right around the front. But I've never seen one with a gap that wide on the older machines yet. But see, this
Well,
gap
it's just
here
a
is
single
not, this
pocket,
gap's not
right?
that wide.
It's just a single pocket.
Yeah, but I made, yes, sort of different. This one here, see, this one, it's like yours, okay? It's got a place this wide. You don't have that. See, something could get up there, a button or something could probably work off in there and then that garment right around it, that button.
A lot of strings. Anything with a string on it's bad.
Yeah. That's probably what it is. It's a bigger single pocket. They're made, the basket, the way the basket's in them made a little different. So. Anything else? Anything you want to say, Tom, on the dryer?
Yeah, just a quick one. May I interject? One thing about dryers is a lot of your customers, we do a lot of studies, and I travel to your stores, I get to see grand openings, I get to look at records and see usage. Now with the new systems, we can tell how often each machine is used, when it's used, and all the different, what cycles were used, and we're able to peel the onion. What we're finding out is people a lot of times have a problem with dryer vents. They just don't understand them. They understand washers. Washers all wash the same. This one is this size, $3, $4, $5, $6, right? That's pretty simple. Everybody figures that out. Most people do. But dryers, quarter, 50 cents, 75. How does that work? So what I would suggest to you, and I can't tell you what the vend at, because that's price fixing. I'm a manufacturer. I can't say that. But I can give you an example of what people do. Let's say you walk into a store and you say, well, why would I have 3 sizes? That's confusing. It's not. How many size washers do you have? How many people make a living off 2-size washers? Not in this day and age. Those are the stores, yesterday's stores, that are struggling and dying, okay? So you have multiple choices. Dryers are the same way. So let's say, and these aren't set up that way, but you know what? probably by after lunch they will be. This one's set at a quarter start. It's a 30-pound stack. The 45 is a 50-cent start. It's a 45 stack. The 75 is a 75-cent start. Okay, that starts to make sense, right? Small, medium, large, okay? But now, what do you do on minutes? Minutes are all the same. Why would they be any different? Small, medium, large. Are minutes different on washers? No, you're just paying for capacity upgrades. Keep the minutes the same. So whether you're 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 1, whatever it is, it should be the same. So it makes sense. And then they say, okay, this one's bigger, dries faster. You know, if I put money in there, 50 cents, and it starts at 8 minutes, and then I put in another quarter, I get 4 more minutes. That makes sense to them. So it's a simple van.
Let me add something to that point right there. We've been in several people's stores lately that have stack dryers, and Roger's one of them, and there's some guys in Virginia I just met with last night, they were telling me the same thing. The amount of usage of the stacks weren't getting used as much. So what we did, Mickey, what did we do? Did we take a minute or add a minute?
No, we left the top the way it was and just added 2 minutes to the bottom.
2 minutes, okay, we can do 1 or 2 minutes, but it's actually even out usage just overnight. So if you want people to start using your bottom dryers, you might want to do a little bit of a different price on the lower dryer.
Right.
It seems to really work.
It does, and I have a store, and most of you know that, and my daughter runs it. I'm an absentee owner, and it's a great investment. And I'm here all the time. I travel. I don't worry about it. I get once a month my P&L statement, and my daughter, anything over $200, she calls me. That's what this business is all about. It's an investment. But what I had her do is I took this and I said, I have to, gas went up to my area. So I said, I got to do something. So I took a minute off the top. I left it the same down here. For the price conscious, which she felt was only a couple people that actually noticed it and complained, she said, well, it's the same down here. And I said, what did they do then? She says, well, I walked away and I watched them, and they went like this, and they used the top. Why do convenience stores exist? Why? They're convenient. Is anything in there a bargain? Nothing. I mean, a Snicker at $1.29? Come on. You know? So everything in the convenience store is due to convenience. Convenience, Walmart. Okay? That's it. They want to bend down and make it a little harder. You know when they use these and why we put them in? Is at your peak periods. These will always be used in your non-peak periods. Watch your video cameras, fast forward, you'll see that people always use them. But the reason they're there is it doubles your capacity when you need it. And the same, so you get more revenue per square foot. That's why singles don't hunt. Singles are less than 2% of our sales today. And it's dropping every year. We hardly sell a single to a coin laundry, other than the 55 and 75 and some replacement. But if you're going to replace, upgrade, because typically stores 10, 15 years ago undersized their drying. And your wash kept growing, but if you don't have anywhere to dry, don't increase your wash. I hate to say it, but don't, because it's not going to go anywhere. So you want to replace singles with doubles so you can keep growing your wash side, because you make your money on your wash.
Roger has a question.
Yes, Roger.
I didn't do that.
Okay.
I was running my reports and seeing I was using my tops, maybe 16 cycles to 2.
Yep.
And I increased my start time up there. I didn't drop minutes. So in other words, on my 35 pound, I think it's $1 to start on the top and 75 to start on the bottom.
Okay.
And then on the 45, it's like $1.50.
So you're doing full van.
No, that still doesn't do full van.
Oh, okay.
It's just start time. So if they
Just
throw
start
their-
time.
They throw their clothes in,
Interesting.
they go sit in the car and come back and then finish. They got to pay another $1.50 to get started.
Okay.
And then we put a couple more quarters in because they know that doesn't do it all. But what it did was, some people it evened it out just about, but I didn't give them less than the top. They still get the same per quarter.
Right.
It just costs them more to start the top. And the
Like the car washes do, and the vacuums.
my 75 pound, 2 1/4 to start it. And I don't remember how many quarters, what it is per minute.
Sure.
And I dropped that during the summer too.
Interesting.
Well, last year at the Clean Show, that guy in Arkansas has 10 stores that get 62% dryer revenue to washers. and mine was about 35 to 38, now it's up about 50%.
There you go. You know, the goal is to get 50%. And that's a healthy store. Now, there's two ways to achieve that. You either lower your wash fence. That never works, right? How does that work financially? Or you raise your dryer vents. And you buy bigger dryers, more revenue per square foot. You had a question back there.
What's the BTU rating on each different dryer?
BTU rating, you know what? I'll have to ask can you run back and read it off? No, you can read it off the back. We'll get it to you in a minute. One thing about BTUs, it really doesn't matter. It's the dry time, okay? We're the #1 dryer manufacturer in the world today. And the reason we are, and even our competitors, we build dryers for them, is because, and we private label, it's because they're the best, most efficient. What it is if you have a big burner or a small burner and you boil a gallon of water, which one uses the most BTUs? They're the same, just one takes longer, right? So we've had competitors say we have lower BTUs, so we save 30% gas. That doesn't work. It's the mixture, the airflow, and everything that goes into the design. I'm getting you an answer here.
73.
73 per cylinder on the 35s?
And 90 on the 45.
And 93? 90 on the T45s. There you go. And I can tell you we dry in 26 minutes. Back to you.
Well, yes, what we're going to do is, because we're a little bit ahead of time, first of all, we're going to have a door prize if somebody has the box, but we're going to go ahead and move Brian Wallace up. We're going to go ahead and move Brian Wallace up to now. Brian Wallace is the president of the National Coin Laundry Association. He came as far as some of you guys did, Chicago, to put on this presentation for us about marketing your coin laundry. And he did a presentation for us last year, but he's also open for any questions and what have you that may come up. And Brian's been the president of the Coin Laundry Association for a long time now. How many years? 11 years. So give us like 5 minutes. We're going to set up the projector, and then we'll go ahead and reconvene in here, and then within the hour we'll break for lunch, because they're setting up for lunch for us right now. But I think this presentation will be great, and be definitely worth your while. So immediately after lunch, we're going to step it up a little bit and have the credit card presentation by Mike from Setomatic. So that'll be extremely valuable, and then we'll have Tom Fleck kind of wrap things up with his presentation. So we may finish a little early. I hope that doesn't upset anybody. But that usually doesn't happen. We usually finish up quite late. But evidently, you guys aren't having any problems with your machine, which we'd love to see that. I know some people have problems, but if you have any side issues that you'd like to see or talk about, lunch is a great time. We have service technicians that can go through anything you want to see on the machines, because we have a good bit of time for lunch. But anyway, we'll go ahead and do a drawing for, we're going to do one of the tool kits.
I'll do the Vanna White.
Yeah, Tom, you can do Vanna.
Here's the other half.
Yes. Oh, okay, that's one toolkit. Okay, great. So that's a pretty nice deal. I don't know much about tools, but it looks like it's very fancy.
This is a drill.
That much I do know. Dale Uptack. Dale, I saw you come in. Come on up.
Hey, Dale.
He changed a bill acceptor on a changer one time, and I was really impressed.
He's talking about me, not Dale.
I was really impressed. And it worked when he got done.
I fixed something at Mr. Schmidt's store here recently.
Oh, yeah.
There was 2 problems. I solved 2
There you go, Dale.
calls. I didn't even charge him that much either.
We're going to call you next time.
He's better off calling me. But you'll feel free to call me anytime. Yeah, congratulations. Thank you for coming. Dale's been here for quite a few years in a row. He's from Litchfield, Kentucky up there, so we're glad to have him back. We're glad to have a lot of you guys back. Some of you guys are new faces, and we're always welcome, and we appreciate it. But take 5 minutes, let us set up the projector. If you want to get some water, drink, or something, feel free, and we'll read.